Maybe I should get me some tea or something. Right back. Just gonna do this little sit down video explaining everything that transpired over the course of what, 2 months? Like, well, shoot, over the course of the year. Like I said, it was a bad idea from the beginning. We shouldn't have never moved there. We was desperate. We was waiting for the Lord to answer prayers. We thought that the prayer was answered. We should have noticed the red flags in the beginning. We did, but we ignored them because we were so desperate to get a place. So a couple of days later, or maybe a week later, we started having problems leaking in the kids' room ceiling. And we also had other problems as well, like the wash machine barely worked. Like it would leave our clothes like real wet in there, and we had to wring them out and hang them up in the basement. There was stuff that he said that he was going to get out of the basement and never did. I wish I could have everybody in the video, but if I don't do this video now, it's probably never going to get done because my husband's schedule is just his schedule is crazy. So I wanted all of us to be in this video, but it's just going to be me. I'm just going to unpack everything, hopefully, and answer any unanswered questions. So let's get back to it. So we got into the house, had problems started, things that we noticed that was nasty, trifling in this house. We ignored it. We seen a mouse skeleton in the basement. It was on a little cabinet. Yeah, it was on a cabinet that he said that he was going to get thrown out. Never did. Toilet. We couldn't use the bathroom in the basement because there was no cover over it, and we didn't feel like we had to pay for that. There was no cover over it.
So as you see, the top cover is gone, and that is the way that you flush the toilet.
The kitchen sink just kept leaking from the beginning. And he kept getting people out to fix that, and it never was fixed. The problem never got solved. Everything that we kept asking him to come and do, the problem just kept happening over and over again. Like the leaking in the ceiling. It would leak one place, and then the next time you see it, it'd be leaking another place. And yeah, okay, he brings somebody out, they do whatever they do, and then the problem really never gets solved. It never got solved. So it was leaking up until the day that we left as well. So yeah, we had no choice but to really move out of this house, especially after we discovered mold in there. After we discovered the mold in there, we was like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to go. We gotta go. This was not the house that God intended for us to be in. We just was desperate and tired of waiting, and just went on and took what was basically offered to us. Yeah. Moving on, we moved by faith. We decided to just start packing up and looking for, first we was going to look for something. We was trying to. But of course we didn't have that much funds for us to just pick up and go like that. So we was trying to save as well as still paying him rent. We told him to go ahead and keep our security deposit. That way it would hold us for the whole month, and we can just save our money and be able to move into somewhere else. Well, long story short, that didn't happen. Other things came about, and we wound up staying there longer than we wanted to. It rolled into the next month. The next month came and we're like, okay, we still don't have another place in mind to go to. So we didn't have no plan. We didn't have no plan at all. So long story short, we told him we wasn't going to stay a whole nother month. We was paying him weekly while we was there. Then one day, this apartment complex called us. The same day that we said, no more, we started packing up. We was like, we even just gonna like just leave here and go stay in some motels, hotels, Airbnb, anything decent that we can find until we find a place, until we get a place, or we were just basically waiting for something to just pop up. Nothing ever popped up. The apartment complex called us from an application that I put in previously. Had to been like a month prior. They had told us that, you know, they had a couple apartments or whatever available. So we was like, okay. We came out, we looked at it, we did the application, we actually got approved. Well, the only thing is, because of credit issues, we wasn't able to get it without it being a double security deposit. So we had to save up even more money. So at this point, we're like, you know what? We just did our taxes. We just gonna wait until our taxes come through. The apartment that we actually came and seen, somebody else filled out for it too, and they wound up getting it before us. Well, we thought that. So then a couple of days later, no, maybe like a week or two later, they was like, the person that we thought was going to get it didn't get it yet. So it's still up for grabs. So we like, okay, we're still waiting on funds though. At this point, we are packed up and we are going into an Airbnb because we have funds, but we just don't have enough funds to get our apartment. So we put everything in storage, as you guys seen, and then we stayed in the Airbnb for 5 days. We did not know on the 5th day that the same place would call us. And now remind you, while we were there, I called and I found out at the Airbnb, I called and I asked them, was the place still available? Our funds came through at this point now, while we're in the Airbnb. The funds came through, so we're like, okay, let's call and see if it's still available. It got taken. That apartment that we came and seen got taken. Finally, it definitely was taken this time. They was like, the person paid or whatever. So we're like, okay, now what are we gonna do? So we were like, you know, we just want to have to keep on putting in applications until something come through or whatever. So remind you, we just already, when we first came and seen the apartment, we already knew, like, okay, we felt like this was home. This apartment looked the same as the one that we previously seen. Nothing different at all. Nothing different. So anyway, the next day after I had already talked to someone telling me that the apartment was already gone, somebody else called me and was like, they have 2 more available.
So I just wanted to remind you, when we first saw the previous apartment, the first apartment, there was only 1 more available, which was way out of our price range. So we, wasn't even expecting to hear from them again because nothing else was available. But now all of a sudden, there's 1 out of our price range and then 1 that was just $50 more than the previous one that we actually came and seen the first time. Remind you, this one was never mentioned to us from the beginning.
1 was out of our price range and 1 was just $50 more than what we had previously seen, the one we actually wanted at first. So we're like, okay, we'll come and see it. We came and seen it. We wound up signing the lease the same day and moving in the same day. Remind you, that Friday when we got up from the Airbnb, we had no place to go. We literally had no place to go. We was going to just go and get a hotel for the night until we find out something else. At this point, we're thinking like, okay, should we just ask family, can we stay with them? It's 5 kids, you guys. Nobody wants to be in somebody's house with 5 kids. This was previously what we was going through when before we moved into the house that we should have never moved in. We were staying with family. The reason why we got there is not going to be unpacked on this video, but this is just the video for this little situation that we just encountered, that we just went through. So I hope this got any unanswered questions answered. And you guys, if you have any more questions, you can put them in the comment box. I appreciate every one of our new subscribers. You guys got to catch up on the videos from the last video that you had seen, which was the one that we when we were actually homeless. We were homeless for only 5 days. God made it happen within 5 days. Now, don't ask me why we had to go through all of that. We never know what's the reason why God have us going through things. Like, why did we have to go through all of that situation, all of that stuff, like putting our stuff all in storage and all of that, just to, in 5 days, be in a home that's decent and that's literally back in the city that we wanted to be in. We actually moved from out of this city when we moved to the house that you guys seen on the previous video, the one that we moved from out of. We actually moved from the city that we're in now to move there, back to basically where we 5 years ago we became homeless. Like I said, this is not going to get unpacked on this video. Yeah, we went through a separation and everything, and it's too much to unpack on this video. So if you guys want that video, you have to stay tuned, and me and my husband will actually have to do that video together, because yeah, we actually did a video before. This is not the first channel that I have. We actually had a channel together, which I hung up that channel, but we did have quite a few subscribers, a lot of subscribers on that channel. And so some of you guys may know us from that channel, but all you new subscribers, you will have to stay tuned for that video to know why we had separated 5 years ago, why we was homeless 5 years ago. And that's why we took the first thing that we saw, or that was offered to us, and that's what got us in the situation where we was at, and then led us to having to move and all of that. So yeah, hope this covered some stuff. I wanted to do a video with everybody on here, but unfortunately the way our life is set up, that probably wasn't going to happen no time soon. We wanted to enjoy our anniversary, so we didn't do it then when Dad was home. But yeah, when Dad, hubby turns to you guys, it's a habit. I call him husband all the time, or Dad to me. But when he is home, hopefully we can unpack a video together explaining all of that. If you guys want it, I will have to see it in the comment box. So like, comment, subscribe if you are new here. Thank you to all of the new subscribers, and I appreciate all the old subscribers, the ones she is cutting up over here. So yeah, I'm gonna get right in this video. But Thank you to the ones that have already been here. And any new ones, welcome to our family. Welcome to the fam bam. All right. So see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Darling, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.